Hello everyone, I'm Heather Dawson, and it's a pleasure bringing you the best of California every week on our show. Well, surfing is life to millions on the West Coast, and when it comes to winning contests in California waves, nobody did it better than Andy Irons. But like so many others during what the CDC says is the worst drug epidemic in American history, his story was not finished when he died. Brent Weber explores the film Kissed by God and efforts to raise awareness about America's opioid crisis through both the surfer's gifts and his demons.
The last message Andy Irons left his wife, a nightmare.
I can't deal with this. Sick. I'm throwing up in the plane. This is hell.
He said he was so sorry for everything.
One of Hawaii's favorite sons, AI, died at the age of 32 shortly after that call from a Texas hotel room in November of 2010, losing his battle with addiction fueled by bipolar disorder, a mental illness that tortured one of the most gifted athletes of his era.
My brother was unorthodox, wild. You never knew what you were going to get.
There was sort of like two sides there, Andy. There was the side where on the beach and your friends and, you know, you're high-fiving and talking rubbish and, you know, just joking around all the time. And then as soon as the hooter went or you're paddling out for a heat, it just switched. And it looked like he wanted to kill you.
He was that guy that was just like, everything was just like, "Rah!" But then he did it in style, and he did it with style.
Andy was all time, even though he was intimidating, you know, in events, but he was one of the most loving people I've ever known.
Andy Irons' Kissed by God could have been the film to show a generation there is a way to break the grip of addiction and rise above mental illness. He overcame a substance-fueled near-death experience at age 21 to claim 3 straight world titles. Instead, it is an important, sobering chronicle that can't be ignored.
You know, many people live highly productive lives, and for them, it's something that sort of hums in the background that may not be that disruptive. And yet for other people, it's hard for them to hold down a job. It's hard for them to form and sustain relationships. People don't understand you. You can feel different from other people. It makes it so difficult to just figure out what you need to do.
There was no write-ups about it. You know, nobody talked about it other than behind closed doors, you know. I remember feeling like I wish it was exposed. You know, because at the end of the day, I care about people more than I care about a surf contest.
You see, Kissed by God is not a surf movie. It's a life and death movie, one that shows how a man battling his own demons of mental illness was still able to achieve greatness, even as his own grip was slipping away to the opioid drug epidemic.
This stuff's real for a lot of people. To see it, someone who's like at the top of the world go through it, and it gives me new perspective on it.
It was moving, and it made me believe more in the power of film to move and have social change.
I know that in his heart, he wanted his legacy to be, he wanted to change kids' lives, you know? He wanted to help kids get off of drugs. He told me that, you know? And I feel like if I don't get that out there, if I don't mention that and let people know that, I've let him down, because he looked me in the eyes and he said that's what he wanted.
Andy's young son, Axel, will no doubt grow up knowing of his father's global surfing legacy. But it's his wife, Lindy's work that carries on AI's dreams that Slater talks about, with her Andy Irons Foundation providing programs for young people struggling with mental illness, substance abuse, and learning disabilities. Bringing you the best of California, I'm Brent Weber for California Life.
And coming up next, see why Palm Springs is the capital of cool and why celebrities get bigger and brighter every year during award season. When we continue with California Life, don't go away. A major makeover is breathing new life to a city famously known as the playground to the stars. Undergoing a multi-million-dollar revitalization, Palm Springs is a unique, evolving city. Let's see why.
Palm Springs, the original Hollywood getaway destination. There may not be a better place to relax than this desert oasis, a city known for its warm weather, star-studded history, and high-end resorts and spas, the perfect place to get away from it all. Long a haven for Hollywood celebrities and the ultra cool, Palm Springs offers amenities for anyone looking to relax, from fine dining to lush golf courses and luxury spas, many of which have received a recent facelift due to a tremendous economic renaissance in the downtown district. The city is experiencing a resurgence with the new Kimpton Resort and new global brands opening their doors on Palm Canyon Drive.
Absolutely love what I see happening in Palm Springs. Our city is going through an incredible renaissance. We are welcoming people from all over the world. I like to say we're a small city of 45,000 that live in neighborhoods that attracts the entire world.
My wife and I are making Palm Springs our permanent home.
When you immerse yourself in the city's rich, colorful history, it's no wonder the allure and attraction to Palm Springs draws you to this fascinating quality of life. Extravagant venues like the Palm Springs International Film Festival and recent resurgence of appreciation for mid-century modern architecture continue to wow people from all corners of the globe. According to a recent study, Palm Springs International Airport has surpassed 2 million visitors in 2017. That's a significant 5.1% increase from the year before, and it's expected to soar even higher.
Palm Springs has a different vibe, and everyone that has ever been here will tell you that. So, you've got the big cities, you've got the coasts, they're beautiful California destinations, but truly there is no place else like Palm Springs.
Voted the capital of cool, city officials tell us Palm Springs is attracting a bigger, hip, and trendy crowd. Longtime residents believe it's the best news ever for the destination.
It's amazing. Palm Springs is on fire, and there's just so much action here. It's so fun, everybody's alive and full of sunshine.
Lots of hype at this grand opening of Kiehl's. It couldn't be a more perfect time to launch the beautiful new store, adding to the dynamic charm on the city's main strip.
We believe that Palm Springs truly celebrates diversity, and that's part of our founding beliefs at Kiehl's. We have skincare solutions for everyone. Men, women, children, pets. It's fantastic. Life-changing.
Meanwhile, a life-changing move for the Kimptons' leading man as he embarks on this new, exciting adventure. Perhaps a dream come true, he just can't seem to get enough of this magical place he now calls home.
Well, I've been really lucky to work in a lot of international destinations, from Beirut to Rio de Janeiro to Hong Kong to Singapore. I most recently came from the Four Seasons Chicago, but I'm a native New Yorker and just really happy to be here in Palm Springs.
Bringing you the best of California right here in Palm Springs. I'm Gigi Cooks for California Life HD.
Heather Dawson with California Life, and we're here at the 30th Annual Palm Springs International Film Festival. Again, it gets bigger and better every year. We're here on the red carpet getting ready for all the stars to go into the gala. Let's check it out.
To get Best Ensemble is huge for us because we really did feel like a company, and we rehearsed for 9 weeks together and got to know each other over the course of almost a year. And so I think by the end we were this sort of Poppins clan, and so to be getting the Ensemble Award is really special, really cool.
Why did you do black and white?
It was part of the DNA of the film. I never questioned it. It was just like that from the moment of its inception. But I'm just so happy, not only about the film, because it speaks about a greater openness towards diversity in terms of characters, but also in terms of the kind of films that people are embracing. So I'm very excited.
Very happy to be with you tonight to honor an actor I have had the pleasure of working with for the past 3 years.
It is a prestigious honor to be at the Palm Springs Film Festival.
one I am very proud to be. I'm proud to be here. I'm proud to be recognized by this group of individuals and among such a talented group as well.
It's crazy. You know, I was here 6 years ago. I gave it to David O. Russell. So the fact to be here with that recognition is, and for Sam to be the one, you know, it's nuts. First of all, it's massive. That's the thing you don't realize. You walk in that hall, it's like the Thunderdome. I mean, the first time I came here, I couldn't believe how huge it is. And then obviously the warmth that you receive when you arrive, you know, so it's sort of the first one in a lot of ways. So, you know, and I've been very blessed with this festival over the years. So for me personally, it means a lot.
How does it feel to get the icon?
I'm very honored. I'm very honored. I think independent film, it will always be films that almost don't get made, no matter what they're about. But I think a film with this subject matter was more challenging, probably. And the fact that it came out during the Me Too movement and all that is rather just serendipitous.
Auto racing. It's about speed, power, and timing. On the surface, racing would seem to have nothing in common with the debilitating disease Alzheimer's. Meet Phil Frings, a huge race fan whose company Logistics has sponsored race cars for more than 10 years. Phil has combined his passion for auto racing with his love for his wife Mimi, who's been diagnosed with Alzheimer's.
I had the unfortunate circumstances of having my wife start losing cognitive capability, and she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. I continued sponsoring racing, but I spent most of my time home taking care of my wife, Mimi.
During that time at home with Mimi, Phil began thinking about ways to honor and help those with Alzheimer's through his connections in racing.
People pay a lot of money to put their company's name on a car, as I did, sponsoring racing for my company Logistics, that there was some value there. So by understanding what that value was, I wondered if we could make a difference and do something with that by putting the names of people that are suffering from Alzheimer's, or frankly any form of dementia, on the car with their hometown as an identifier, and allow people to honor their loved one. And we came up with that idea. We created the Racing to End Alzheimer's Foundation.
Since its founding just over 4 years ago, the foundation has put hundreds of names on the race car and raised thousands of dollars for Alzheimer's.
We've raised just over $400,000 for 4 full racing seasons, and we've granted all $400,000 out to 2 of our great beneficiaries. One is the UCLA Alzheimer's and Dementia Care Program. It's up here at the UCLA Medical Center, and it's really important because it provides social and psychological help to the families that have somebody amongst them that is suffering from Alzheimer's. The other beneficiary is the Nance National Alzheimer's Center. This is at Houston Methodist Hospital, and the name may sound familiar. Jim Nance's father, Jim Jr., suffered from and passed on from Alzheimer's and was treated at Houston Methodist Hospital. After his passing, Jim and his family decided that they wanted to make a difference, so they have helped establish the Nance National Alzheimer's Center.
With a variety of donation levels, Phil's company covers all the administrative costs for the foundation and even does a 100% match for every contribution.
The donation is $250 to the Racing to End Alzheimer's Foundation. My company, Logistics, will match that, so that becomes a $500 effort for the cause.
Ultimately, Racing to End Alzheimer's gives you a chance to honor someone with dementia who made a difference in your life.
Just remember that, that person that is suffering, or that person that has suffered from it, they were a person all the way through the process and to the end. So love them, give them respect, and if you want to honor them, we're trying to give you some help here. Please put their name on the car.
You can learn more about Racing to End Alzheimer's and champion a loved one at r2endalz.org. Bringing you the best of California, I'm David Wiley for California Life.
Time for you to take your place by my side. That's not gonna happen.
Like most Marvel characters, Shang-Chi has a background of tragedy and pain. Shang-Chi's father is a ruthless warlord with immortality and endless power thanks to his control of 10 magic rings he wears on his arms. The son escaped his brutal upbringing and moved to San Francisco, where he changed his name to Sean and took a low-profile job as a car valet. Everything was going along just great until Dad sent his goons to find him. Shang-Chi unwillingly reunites with his father, who wants help in carrying out another diabolical plan, this one involving magical creatures and mysteries from Shang-Chi's late mother's past.
Is this what you wanted?
Canadian actor Simu Liu stars as the title character. When plans for this film were announced several years ago, he tweeted the folks at Marvel about the part, and well, the rest is history. As expected, this latest chapter in the Marvelverse has lots of beautifully choreographed action and some humor thanks to the presence of Awkwafina as Shang-Chi's best friend, Katie.
S-H-A-N-G, Shang.
Shang?
Yeah.
You changed your name from Shang to Sean?
Yeah, I
wonder how your father found you.
I was 15 years old.
The struggle between father and son, good and evil, is personal and deadly. The performances are quiet, even stoic, with the characters mostly choosing to speak with their fists rather than their feelings. The film has some very strong female characters, including Menger Zhang as Shang-Chi's estranged sister and Michelle Yeoh as his aunt. I hope we'll see more of these two in future episodes. Meet Guy. His days are pretty much the same day after day, until this.
Everybody down on the ground. Everybody except you.
Yep. This is when Guy discovers he's not who he thinks he is. Rather, he's a background character in a popular video game. This causes Guy to think, something his character isn't supposed to do. And his world turns upside down, and so does everyone else's.
This loser is ruining the game, man. I don't care if he's Arnold frickin' Schwarzenegger. Terminate him. We're doing great.
Ryan Reynolds stars as the guy who really shakes things up in the video world. The so-called real world thinks he's a player who's hacked the system, but that's not the case. Guy starts to fight back and does his best to bring the rest of the background characters with him. At the very socially distanced premiere, Reynolds spoke about what attracted him to the project.
I remember when I saw Back to the Future as a kid. It was like one of those movies that just like immersed you in a world and blew your mind. And that's what this film does. It really takes you somewhere else, and it leaves you walking out of the theater with a huge grin on your face. And I just kind of miss that feeling, you know? It doesn't happen as often as I think we'd like, and particularly over the last, 16, 17 months, it's been pretty crazy. So I'm really excited for audiences to get a chance to go and enjoy this.
This feel-good film has lots of humor in it for the kids and for the adults as well. There's good chemistry between Guy and his fellow freedom fighter Millie, played by Jodie Comer. Look for lots of homages to other action and video game-themed films. But it's the heart of Guy, played by Reynolds, that really makes you want to immerse yourself in his world.
Hey guys, Jason Rustidlo reporting inside the Las Vegas Convention Center for the 2021 White Label World Expo. It's described as the ultimate trade show for online retail and emerging markets. White label products are goods that can be personalized with your company's name or logo. For example, instead of Kirkland for Costco, the product label could show ABC Company. There's also seminars for small business owners and advice for selling products and services online.
For increasing the frequency at which your customers purchase your brand.
Jordan Lindstrom introduced me to his custom jump ropes and jump rope mats.
So we sell jump ropes. We sell custom, white label, wholesale jump ropes. So you can see we've got a lot of different options for making a jump rope. Who knew making jump ropes was so complicated? We make it complicated and fun. And we have seen over the last couple years that lots of companies like adding jump ropes to their catalog. So we white label them now. So we have our brand, which is Elite SRS, but people can also build their own brand or add an accessory to their brand with our jump ropes. Oh, we just want to see what it's like to actually sell to customers in it, because we were an online first business. We've never had sort of a presence like this, so we're kind of experimenting. We want to meet people and experiment and see what kind of response we get to building your own jump rope product. So if you get like a high-end premium rope, it's going to be up to $40 if you're buying wholesale and in big quantities. But you could get ropes as low as $3 to $4 if you're depending on what you get. So we have a whole range.
Heather Melton told me more about her men's grooming products called Zingari Man.
We specialize in men's grooming products. We do specifically shaving and aftershave care, along with some skincare products. Yeah, so we do some body lotions. These are unscented. Some of our skincare products are unscented, but we also do bath soaps. We do beard balms, and then our biggest thing is we do traditional wet shaving soaps, and then post-shave products. So the recovery splash, and then we have a post-shave balm as well. These, we kind of gear it towards men, but it's actually men or women can use them. Well, we are hoping to, expand. I think that's everybody's, I think goal whenever they come to trade shows, pick up more retailers. We are recently EU and UK certified, so we can also pick up retailers abroad. It's not just here in the US. So hopefully we can find our way into, some more stores. Yeah, barber shops, gift stores. We have several places that specialize just in men's products in general. And we do specialize in doing niche fragrances. So that's kind of one of the things that kind of stands us out a little bit from some of the others as well.
High Country Snack Foods showed off their custom beef jerky, dog treats, seasonings, and rubs with custom labels on them.
We do custom jerky, meat snacks, dog treats, seasonings, rubs, blends, all kinds of products that we custom label for different guys, manufacture out of our small rural facility located in Lincoln, Montana, town of less than 900 people on the edge of the Scapegoat and Bob Marshall wilderness areas. Very cool spot. So we know jerky and meat snacks. So we've got a blend of different seasonings and rubs that we custom formulate. We got powdered smokes, hatch chili, steak rub, jalapeno, chipotle, all kinds of good stuff for rubbing up the meat and slathering it up and smoking it. We're meeting up with retailers here and other manufacturers and producers that want to highlight a unique product or something different, put their label on it. It's our product in it. So we might have our bison in it, but it's branded for them.
Do you have a popular Amazon business? Well, Thrasio is a company that will purchase it from you so you can move on to your next great business idea.
What do we hope to accomplish? We hope to buy your Amazon business. That's what we hope to accomplish. So we take the approach of just trying to really be involved with the community, talk to people, and honestly make friendships. Like, I've been in this business myself for 8 years, and so I just have literally lifelong friends that I've met at conferences and events like this. So there's a lot of value in that, and I mean, I help someone out, they help me out. And frankly, like, e-commerce is kind of a lonely business, if you will, where you're at your house or you're at your office by yourself, but you're doing this thing that's kind of global, right? And so it can be kind of lonely, and to have those relationships is, to me, just very valuable. And I think it's, a big reason why Thrasio is where it is because we kind of try to be very intentional with the communities we're a part of. Generally, we buy the entire company. Obviously, each company is a little bit different how that sort of transition goes, but yeah, our goal is to buy the company so that the owner, the entrepreneur, can get out completely, and ideally they work on their next brand, and then we buy that brand in a few years. So we have a number of people who do that, or they have a lot of these sellers will have multiple brands in different categories and things. So we'll do that as well, where we'll buy one, and then eventually they're ready to sell the other one, and we'll go from there. So.
The United States Postal Service even had a booth to help small businesses with their shipping and logistics needs. Bringing you the best of California from the White Label World Expo, I'm Jason Rasidlo for California Life.
And that's it for us. If you missed any part of our show, go to our website, californialifehd.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.
Watch us on our YouTube channel. Stay connected to our social media, like our blogs on Facebook. Follow our tweets on Twitter. And check out our posts on Instagram and Pinterest, where we bring you the best of California.